Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make japchae. Japchae is sweet potato noodle stir fried with vegetable and meat. Today I'm going to make a vegetarian version that is also vegan friendly as well. So I will supplement meat with two types of mushroom. Japchae is extremely savory and nutritious, and then also it has a full of flavor. It is one of the most frequently asked dishes I make for my friends and family. And a lot of people think that there's a lot of work to do, but it's not. So hopefully my recipe is going to encourage you to actually make your own at home. If you like my recipe, please subscribe and give me a like, thumbs up. And if you make it, please let me know how it goes in a comment box below. Let's get cooking. First, I'm going to show you how to make simple soy sauce marinade for our mushroom. You can use this marinade for any kind of beef, pork, beef, or chicken. First, you will need 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of mirin, half tablespoon of sesame seed oil. If you are a big fan of sesame seed oil, put maybe up to 1 tablespoon, and 1 teaspoon of sesame seed, couple of garlic clove minced, half a pinch of black pepper. You mix it. This is enough for me to marinate 6 ounces of portobello mushroom I chopped up, thinly sliced. I'm gonna just pour it and marinate it for at least 20 minutes. If you want to prepare the night before, you can marinate and then put it in a refrigerator. That will be perfectly good. It's gonna really nicely marinate it, and then the soy sauce mixture we are putting it in, it's gonna give like a sweetness and saltiness, also increase the umami flavor of the mushroom. Okay, let's set it aside. The next thing what we are going to do is we're gonna blanch the spinach a little bit in a boiling water. We put generous amount of salt, put the spinach in, and cook it for maybe 10 seconds, literally, because this is gonna cook in no time, and we will use that water later on to actually cook noodle. And it's good. Scoop it out, put it in a cold water to cool it down immediately, so residual heat is not going to continuously cook spinach. And we will drain water out before we actually stir fry it. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to stir fry each vegetable from the light color to darker colors. The first thing I'm going to stir fry is going to be half onion. I thinly sliced it already. What I'm doing right now is I'm heating up my pan, and it seems like it's pretty hot. So I'm gonna put probably teaspoon of oil, coat the pan, put the onion. You will know the pan is hot or not when you put the vegetable. It's sizzling. If you're not sure about it, just drop one of the onion and then you will know. The most important thing of the stir frying the vegetable for the japchae is you season each vegetable lightly. So a little of salt, a little of pepper. You stir fry it until it becomes translucent and soft. You don't need to cook it too well because we don't want to have mushy vegetable, but it needs to be relatively cooked pretty well. It will take up to 3 minutes. It's browning a little bit, so I'm gonna take it out because I don't want to burn it. And then I prepare a big bowl to keep all of my cooked stir-fried vegetable, so I can do the final seasoning check. So onion is cooked, so you don't need to wash your pan at all. You just continuously cooking it because like I said, we are cooking vegetable from lighter color to the darker color. The last one we're gonna stir fry is gonna be soy sauce marinated mushroom. So again, a little of oil, probably a teaspoon or less. This is the 4 mini bell pepper I julienne cut. Again, a little of salt, a little pepper. Let that cook. It's gonna cook for maybe 2 minutes. So I'm turning down the heat because it's getting a little bit hot. Okay, it's ready. And I will let the mini bell pepper join the bowl next to onion. And repeat the process with the rest of the vegetable. Next is gonna be carrot. My carrot was like pretty big, like long, so I only used one. I also thinly julienne cut it. Little pepper, little of salt. Stir fry it. Okay, it's been 2 minutes. It's well cooked. And I will let that join next to other vegetable, next to onion and bell pepper. Spinach, there was 5 ounces of spinach. I wilted, cook it for 10 seconds, put it in a cold water, well drain and squeeze it out the water. Like this. When you cook spinach, it just turns into nothing. If you're a big fan of the green, you can probably double up the amount. Maybe 10 ounces will be good. If you have a child who doesn't eat vegetable, this is a good way to sneak up the vegetable as well. Because we already wilted it, we are not going to cook for 2 minutes. We're going to lightly season with the salt and pepper and toss it around to just dry out some of the moisture. I do believe that probably we cook it for less than a minute and it looks done. I will not use the frozen spinach that has too much liquid and then mushy texture. So get your spinach and wilt it for 10 seconds or use the other type of green. I have put broccoli, that works fine. I have put the kale. Kale could be tough, so it need to be thinly chopped. Next I'm gonna do is black mushroom. So I soak 8 pieces of black mushroom into water for at least 10 minutes. And then when that happens, this tiny piece is going to expand to the like this side, that very big. I cut it into half or a third depending on the size, so it can be a little bit biteable size. Little pepper, little salt. It doesn't need to have a lot of cooking time. It takes like probably less than a minute, making sure they're getting rid of the moisture. And put some salt and pepper to give the basic seasoning. And that's gonna join the rest of the vegetable. Next is gonna be our marinated mushroom. As you can see, do you see that how much like liquid it actually render? So first I'm gonna add it without oil, and then going to actually use the liquid to cook the rest of the mushroom. But this water actually has a lot of good flavor. I'm gonna just make that evenly flat so you can have some contact with the surface. So you can actually cook, render more juice, and then when it's almost dry, and then I'm gonna add the rest of the juice. Meanwhile, I'm gonna actually turn on the heat to boil noodle. It's been approximately 2 minutes. Most of the moisture is gone, so I'm gonna add the rest of the liquid. That is the soy sauce mixture with some mushroom water rendered from the mushroom itself. And then I'm gonna cook it down to actually braise this mushroom. It's gonna be really tasty. I can smell it. Okay, it's been approximately 4 minutes. It's well cooked. Most of the moisture is gone. I think it's time for us to let this mushroom join in the rest of the ingredient. Here's boiling water. We used it before. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook my soaked sweet potato noodle. It's 8 ounces of sweet potato noodle. I soak it in the water for at least 1 hour. So you can choose to soak it, not soak it. I soak my sweet potato noodle because when I soak it, it's gonna probably take like no time, almost a minute for me to actually fully cook. And if you don't soak it, you need to cook probably 5 to 6 minutes Aside from that, I like texture when it's actually soaked. So 8 ounces of soaked sweet potato noodle going into the hot boiling water. It's been a minute, it's fully cooked. I'm gonna drain it and then I'm gonna show you what needs to be done next. Here's our cooked noodle. I drained the hot water, but I did not wash it with the cold water. You should not do that because what that happens is the noodle is gonna swell up and then become mushy. And what I'm gonna do is I will cook lightly with maybe 1 teaspoon of the oil really fast to get rid of any kind of excess moisture. Let the noodle join the rest of the vegetable. This is extremely hot. It has all of the vegetable and all of the noodle. I'm gonna let that cool down. Meanwhile, I'm gonna cook some egg garnish called jidan. My japchae is gonna be vegan, but I would like to serve the egg garnish in case someone actually wanna have a little bit more protein. So let me show you how that is done. So let me put it away. The smaller pan in here. I cracked 2 eggs. Break it. A little of salt. If you like pepper, you can put it. I will not put it. And then what you need to do is you just need to heat up the oven in a medium high. Coat the pan with oil very well. You can put a lot of oil, a little bit of oil. I'm probably pretty sure that I put maybe 2 teaspoons of oil. Let the oil heat it. Some people feel really intimidated by flipping the egg because they worry about it's gonna be like it's gonna break. What I usually do is I can flip it, but I let that just like sit on the stove top with the lid on to cook fully on its own, and then when it's cooled down, I put it in a cutting board and then cut it. And then I will show you how to do that. Put egg mixture, put any lid on it, and then reduce heat to medium low, and then let that cook fully. That's it. So in that way that you don't need to flip it. Okay, it seems like our egg is well cooked. Let's see. Yep, it is cooked well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover it, turn up the heat, and set it aside. And then residual heat is gonna be cooked fully in that way that we can actually cut it later on. Okay, everything is cooled down but still warm. It's manageable for me to actually handle that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix it up and then I'm gonna add more seasoning after I taste it, while I'm tasting it, because remember, except the noodle, everything has the basic seasoning. We want to make sure that it's not too salty. You mix it up first, add as needed. So let's try it. Yep, it's a little bit hot, but that's okay. If that is too hot for you, you guys can totally use tongue. The whole point is you mix it well together, noodle and assorted vegetable we cook. Look how colorful this is. The mushroom, carrot, onion, and all of that is like really making this noodle dish so vibrant. Remember, I am making it as a vegan, so I'm not adding egg, but I'm gonna serve egg as a garnish, set it aside. So anybody wanna have egg, they can actually put a little bit, or they can actually eat it as a vegan. But you can also put any type of meat. If you're pescatarian, you can totally put shrimp or squid. So I'm gonna actually do some taste test to see that whether I need to add any more seasoning. Yes, you need to have a little more soy sauce. So I'm gonna put tablespoon more of soy sauce, half a tablespoon of sesame oil, couple of shake of pepper, generous pour of sesame seed. You cannot have too much sesame seed. Sesame seed is delicious. It adds a nutty flavor, and we will taste one more time. It is done. And let me show you how to prepare egg. Here are prepared egg. I set it aside. So here is our egg that is a little bit cooled down. And then what we are going to do is we're gonna slide it down on the cutting board. And then just thinly slice it as you like. So you can make a square shape. You can make a more like julienne cut. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the julienne cut after I cut into half. And set it aside. So our japchae is ready, and then it's time for us to taste. So here's my japchae. I'm gonna put some egg because I love egg with my japchae. Then I am excited to taste it, and then my mouth is watery. I'm gonna have some egg and mushroom and all the vegetable together. I can taste all the vegetable and mushroom. Noodle is not soggy. It's chewy, but it's well cooked. I think this is a huge success. So I hope you like my video, and please find the exact measurement and ingredient on description box below. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, happy cooking. Bye.